Now, we've said that the global template is used to control the creation of brand new project files. So it decides what's available to that brand new project file in the form of tables, Gantt charts, views, reports, calendars, quite a few things. But we can manage what items are available, not only in the global file, but in the current file that you're working on. Now, in order to access the organizer, which is the way of moving and deleting and copying files and objects between the global template and the current file, you actually have to have a file open. Now, whether that file is a current file or a brand new file, it still has to be an open project file. I'm using the My Bedroom 2014, but it doesn't really matter which file you have open. We go to File and Organizer. And what the organizer will allow you to do is access different tabs. And each of these tabs access different sets of objects, really, within both the global.mpt file and the current file. So if we choose views as an example, these are the views contained in the global file. These are the extra views that are different, because they've been customized, in the My Bedroom file. Now you can change from looking at the global file to any other open files. And currently we only have the My Bedroom open, so we could actually swap these two round if you prefer to work left to right and right to left. So in that case, you need to keep an eye on what it says here before you start moving things between open files. Now we can move views not only from the global file into the local, but from the local into the global. So if you've customized a part of a Gantt chart, for example, and you think that's the customization I want from now on in all my project files, we would simply select that, copy, and it will be copied over to the global file and therefore available to all future projects. The same for reports, and we have seen copying reports between the global template and the local file. Modules, so little bits of code, macros that we've yet to explore. Tables, so we can actually customize not only task tables but resource tables in our local projects and then copy those changes into the global template. So it may be that we change the column layout, remove a couple of columns, add a couple of other columns in, and make that the table name, copy that into the global template. Filters for tasks or resources, calendars. So we can create calendars in a local file and then think, I'd like that calendar for all future files, copy that across into the global file. Or even make a change to the standard calendar, as we have done here in My Bedroom, and copy that to the global file, which means that it will then become the default standard calendar for all new projects. Maps can be copied across. Fields, so if we've created our own fields, both in task and resource options, they can be copied across. And can groups, so you can create groups in tasks and resources. Again, in your local file, they can then be copied to the global template and be available in all future project files. Now, as well as being able to copy between global template and your currently open file, you can actually rename objects and you can delete objects. Obviously, you will need to be very careful about what you delete from the global template, because you might find that at some future point you actually need that option. But deleting things from local views is fine. So perhaps this Gantt chart here, I can delete that. Are you sure you want to delete the Gantt chart? Yes. It's in use because I'm actually looking at it. So let's go with the task form, delete. Are you sure? Yes. The task form has gone from the local file. So when I want to view tasks in the task form, it will use the layout from the global template. If I were to delete the task form from the global template, then I wouldn't have a task form view in my projects. And the only way to get that back will be to find that same view in a previous project that still contains it before I've deleted it, or by going to someone else's Microsoft project installation and borrowing one of their project files, bringing that to my machine, and then copying it back into the global template. So do be very careful about what you delete from the global template. And if you've always got a backup of it, you can always revert back to that backup of the global.mpt file. So this organizer is your way of moving items and deleting items and even renaming items that fall into these categories of views, reports, modules, tables, filters, calendars, maps, fields, and groups between the global template and your local file, or from the currently open file into your global template so it becomes available for all future projects.